We are diving straight into the action. Wheels Up is facing tough financials, posting an $83 million net loss in the first quarter of 2026 on $168.9 million in revenue. CEO George Mattson confirms they have crossed the inflection point after completing their fleet overhaul ahead of schedule. We break down how Wheels Up is navigating this transformation and the massive financing commitments they've secured to fuel their future growth. Upgrades mean for the community. And finally, we wrap up with the passing of another beloved figure. We honor the memory of Johnny M. May, Jr., whose obituary details a life of service, family love, and legendary hospitality. Don't miss these critical updates and stories. Stay with us for the rest of the broadcast. Wheels Up has reached a critical inflection point following a significant fleet overhaul and strategic restructuring. Despite reporting a net loss of $83 million in the first quarter of 2026 on $168.9 million in revenue, a 5% decrease year-over-year. The company's performance reflects the successful execution of a 2.5-year transformation plan aimed at replacing legacy jets with newer, more efficient models. The primary driver of this transition has been the sale of the legacy Citation X and Hawker 400XB fleets. Wheels Up has successfully transitioned to operating 36 Phenom 300 and Challenger 300 aircraft, with plans to double its owned fleet by year-end. CEO George Mattson stated that strong market demand accelerated the adoption of the new fleet. Operational improvements are yielding tangible results. The new aircraft are reported to be cheaper to operate and more reliable, evidenced by a completion rate of 98.9% and an on-time performance rate of 82.7%, both showing significant year-on-year improvements. Mattson noted that running scaled, efficient fleets is significantly reducing operating costs. Despite the revenue dip, underlying metrics show strength. Gross bookings for private jet services rose 10% to $267.2 million, with private jet gross bookings per live flight leg jumping 32% to $24,786, signaling a shift towards higher-value aircraft and customers. Revenue decline was largely offset by the doubling of Phenom and Challenger revenue, while the orderly reduction of legacy fleet revenue balanced the figures. Financially, Wheels Up secured substantial new capital. The company closed a $100 million loan led by Delta and secured innovative mezzanine financing from Sankaty Jet Capital, part of AIP Capital, which injected $165 million in extra liquidity to finance new aircraft. Delta Airlines CEO Ed Bastian affirmed confidence in the company's momentum. Cost management was also effective, with total costs and expenses falling 12% compared to the prior year, and general and administrative costs dropping by 53%. Gross loss for the quarter was $2 million, influenced by fleet modernization and retirement costs. Growth strategy is now focused on scaling the Signature membership program, which has surpassed 800 members in 7 months, and expanding the fleet based on anticipated demand rather than chasing supply. The corporate segment is also a bright spot, showing a 25% year-on-year increase, as consolidating to a single fleet and program has streamlined growth momentum. CEO Matson emphasized that the company is executing a long-term vision. He characterized the current phase as the inflection point, stating that while legacy programs will sunset, the focus is now on executing a plan for long-term value creation, with management focused on the multi-year outlook rather than short-term quarterly fluctuations. Springfield, MO, a notice has been released regarding the passing of George M. Johnson. The obituary, published by Gorman Sharp Funeral Home, marks his life spanning from September 28, 1945 to May 11, 2026. Details for services have been announced. Visitation is scheduled for Sunday, May 17, 2026, from 2:00 p.m. to 4:00 p.m. at Gorman Sharp Funeral Home. The funeral mass will take place on Monday, May 18, 2026, at 10:00 a.m. at St. Agnes Cathedral, located at 533 South Jefferson Avenue in Springfield. Attendees seeking directions are encouraged to enter their phone numbers to receive text message guidance. The obituary is currently available online, with a full-feature version expected to be posted soon. Gorman Sharp Funeral Home is located at 1947 East Seminole Street, Springfield, MO 65804. Kingston, Pennsylvania. The Kingston Police Department has secured over $1.1 million in federal grants, marking a significant breakthrough after years of stalled efforts to secure funding. Congressman Rob Bresnahan was present during a tour of the department, highlighting the critical need for these resources to address the growing community and complex law enforcement challenges faced by officers daily. The funding is earmarked for crucial upgrades, primarily focusing on acquiring new vehicles for the force. Kingston Police Chief Rich Kochik emphasized the ongoing struggle to maintain operational vehicles, noting that the department is constantly purchasing new cars, while existing ones face extensive repairs due to heavy usage. He stated that the new funding will be a game changer for the department's resources. In addition to vehicle upgrades, the grant will support technology enhancements designed to improve community engagement and operational effectiveness. Mayor Jeff Koslett underscored the importance of these resources, stating that new tools will allow officers to conduct necessary tasks, such as writing reports, outside of patrol vehicles. Congressman Bresnahan stressed the significance of the investment, framing it as a tangible commitment to the community. He noted that the funding represents responsible utilization of taxpayer dollars and is intended to benefit 10,000 residents in Kingston by providing essential support to those who protect the community every day. Preston Charles Funeral Home has released the obituary for Johnny M. May, Jr., marking the passing of a beloved husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, brother, and friend known affectionately as Big Daddy. Mr. May passed away on May 8, 2026, at the age of 87. Born on October 21, 1939 in Butler, Alabama, Johnny May was the son of Johnny Martin May, SR, and Dashi Hunter. Johnny's life was characterized by service, devotion, and a generous heart. He proudly answered his country's call, serving in the United States Army from 1958 to 1961, earning the rank of Specialist, E4, as an infantryman. This spirit of service extended into his community involvement as a dedicated member of the Lions Club, an organization whose motto, "We Serve," perfectly encapsulated his character. Professionally, Johnny built an honorable career as a metro driver and mechanic before transitioning to a position at Kroger, always keeping his hands busy and his heart open. On March 10, 1962, he married his love, W. Julia May, and together they raised a family that formed the center of his world. Johnny had a profound commitment to his loved ones, famously adhering to the rule that if you called him, he would stop everything to show up. His daughter, Tracy, whom he called his baby girl, understood this dedication intimately. Beyond his service, Johnny possessed a remarkable gift for joy. He was legendary at the grill, with his ribs and double-deckers being famous, and he excelled at filling any room with laughter. He had a special tenderness for children, finding immense happiness in simple moments like tickle sessions. He enjoyed going to the movies, often watching Tom and Jerry with his family across generations, sharing in the joy with his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Johnny M. May, Jr. S. legacy is defined not by titles, but by the people he supported, the meals he shared, the laughter he created, and the way he made everyone feel valued. He leaves behind his beloved wife, W. Julia May, his daughter, Tracy L. Williams, and her husband, John, his grandchildren, Abrenica Williams and Patrick, and John Mark Williams, Jr., his great-grandchildren, Aviana Williams and Annalise Williams, and his siblings, Virginia Johnson, Charles Johnson, Viosa Ruffin, and Augusta Reed. He was preceded in death by his parents and his brother, Billy Hunter. Preston Charles Funeral Home invites those coping with grief to seek support through complimentary daily messages via email. Details on sending flowers or planting a tree in memory of Johnny M. May, Jr., are available through the funeral home's floral store.